Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants. And reset the fucking clock! Yeah, as it turns out, another one of those creepy Control-F individuals are actually... No. Not gonna say anything. I'm gonna read you the article, but be warned, the title is confusing. It's in fact not as it alludes. The name of the studio is not that one, it's actually the name of the game. That's why it deserves the goddamn fucking archive. Let's go. From Game Fucking Informer. Open Road Studio co-founder steps down following toxic workplace allegations, issues statement, and there you go. That's where the shit on a pickle rates hide, but no. Okay. It's not Open Roads Studio. It's not the name of the studio. It's in fact called Fullbright. The Fullbright company. Let's see, not doxing myself. Yeah. Here it is. The Fullbright company. It's not Open Road Studio. The Open Road is the name of the game they develop. Yeah, I call that a shoddy journalism. But then again, it's games journalist. That means people who, well, people who could not cut it out on being crappy journalists at CNN, so they decided to be extra crappy at being games journalists. But anyway, and now here it says the name of the studio. You should have said it right here. Open Roads, at least quote, between quotes, or at least say Fullbright company or behind the Open Roads game, co-founder steps down, something like that. Let's go. Fullbright co-founder Steve Gaynor. What an update. Has departed his position as a creative lead on the studio's new game, Open Roads. There you go, see? Following allegations regarding the company's work culture. A new report from Polygon. Yeah, it's the people who doesn't know how to play games, and yet they claim to be a gaming website. Here's a deep look into the toxic... Shit, I hit the microphone. Toxic work environment at Fullbright, following shortly after the game's Twitter account shared a notice of the leadership change. What's the deal with those woke studios and woke crap with a toxic work environment? Oh boy. The official Open Roads Twitter account offered a message to fans about Gaynor change in position. Where is it? No, it needs soy. I need to invoke the soy. I needed to invoke the soy. Let's invoke the soy.
We are a small team passionate about making an inclusive, poignant, story-driven game that gives players a feeling of discovery. We care deeply about creating games that have a positive impact. We are also fervent believers in fostering a work environment that is healthy, collaborative, where we can work with transparency, autonomy, and trust.
If you did that, then why are you having a problem the way you do right now? Cat fur. When it shouldn't be. How dare you? How dare you? Little shitty furball! How the fuck dare you? Not invite you to be on my coffee.
As such, Fullbright's co-founder, Steve Gaynor, has stepped back from his role as a creative lead and manager and transitioned into a role as a writer, handing off day-to-day responsibilities to the team to complete Open Roads. We are all excited with how the game is shaping up, and I hope you will follow along as we continue to share our progress.
Yeah, why is that name familiar? Oh, right. Yeah. Have you noticed that these people who are usually stood against Gamergate usually have a tiny little problem with being good people? Here we go. I know, Twitter thread. Anyway, here it is. Good post. No, it needs a proper soy, but a different soy. Because of the name, Steve Gaynor. No, let's see. No. A good post. Twitter fans, some things should go without saying, but unfortunately I can't speak out against Gamergate. #. Major gaming site taking a stand. Right, well, you cannot let this become gaming coach and Gamer or Gamergate. If I go through all of your statement about Gamergate, I don't find a single Gamergate you have failed. I like Gamergate, a stupid word. Get Portland Gamergate free. And thank you to the... Oh, I forgot to switch. Let's see. There you go. It's an archive post. Hey, I boomer things up a little sometimes, and I would like to thank a Reddit user from Kotaku in Action. Be volleyball ready for actually sharing that link with the evidence that the guy is pretty much a bit of a questionable dude. That's just kind of ethical corruption Gamergate is rebelling against. Really, say GDLs. Can't stop did a bad one that did mention Gamergate at all today. Here, allow me to get my randomly spent brush tool. And as you can see, and this one is from another dude called Talik from the same place, and he did an actually bang up job in showing this, at least I think. It's correct, so... oh, that it was him. Either way, here it is. How to secure a 1010 polygon review.
Did you ever play the first one? It's pretty important game in my eyes. The new one seems to be worth its successor.
I have a relationship with a senior reviewer dating back to at least 2011. Here it is.
Oh, I really need only PS2 of all things. I love that, of course.
Has Hamlet ever played by Morrissey?
Oh, he has dreams.
LOL. There you go. And then invite her onto your podcast 1 week before she reviews your game. And what game is that at? Gone fucking Home, which ended up being coined as a walking simulator with a lot of virtual signaling things. It's one of those crappy games that games journalists love because it's easy for them, they don't have to do much or thinking at all, and gamers actually hated it because it's a bland, superficial game and crap at best. And, yes, I'm not lying. Here's the difference. No doxing. 86 Metascore, only reviewers are allowed to do this. And this is from user reviews. 5.4. I haven't played it because I feel no absolute need to play that crap. Where was I? There you go. There it is. From August 8th, 2013, special guest Danielle Riende.
Wait, was I a first lady ever? Breaking barriers! Ooh!
And then you can see how it works. Admit on the podcast to have been good friends since you were at Irrational and since before she was even at Polygon. And then they actually add the source here. Sit back and let her convince her editor that she is a good fit for the review despite her friendship. Gone Home is a quiet triumph in storytelling. As you can see, 10/10. I can't believe it! She actually reviewed it on Mac? Oh, I doubt it. Probably she played on Mac and then claiming that it was on Windows because, well, let's face it, Polygon are not actual gamers. Anyway, let's see, let's read this. Does this review strike anyone as weird? Danielle Rundo, the reviewer, is close with several members of Idle Thumbs. She was on a last week episode, which the lead designer of Gone Home, Steve Gaynor, is a part of. The Idle Thumbs group is very close, often going so far as to follow each other through different jobs. The fact that this is posted so much earlier than any other website, as well as that it's a perfect 10, comes across as really weird to me. Something about all of this just doesn't feel on the level. And here is the editor. Since it's Polygon, let's go.
I don't think Danielle guesting on one episode of a podcast that one of the games developers is also sometimes on is the same thing as having ties to the developer. I'll eat my bullshit. Danielle can respond to herself here, but I think the podcast was even recorded after she had finished the game. I feel confident that it didn't have any sort of bearing.
Okay, so they recorded after she finished the game. Did she actually finish the review and had it published? Or how are we sure that she didn't change the score later on? How are we going? How sure are we that she actually was objective? Of course not. This was the reason Gamergate happened, and the reason why this little shitflake is against Gamergate, because he can't use his possession, his status, and his friendship with others to battle his games to get good scores and influence people. Anyway, immediately after the post went live, and back to the Game Informer article, by the way, Polygon's report also became public, sharing a closer look at what led to the decision behind the shift. In the report, the site began stating that 15 developers that had been working on OpenRoad since its development in 2019 have since left their positions within the studios. 12 of those 15 spoke with Polygon, citing Gaynor's actions and behavior at work as the reason. More specifically, the former employees have come forward to say most of the alleged behavior that led to the departure has been directed towards women. Reset the clock, I guess. Polygon goes on to note that the co-founder actually departed from his position earlier this year in March 2021, once it became clear that the efforts put forth towards improving work relations were not effective long fucking term. The employees that came forward all wish to remain anonymous to avoid retaliation and backlash as they open up about the reported experience at Fullbright. Many of their stories have a controlling theme. Good lord, I'm not going to read all of this. Leading up to the shift, the company employees made numerous attempts to make his behavior known, including sending digital post-it notes through internal servers during the exit interview. Several developers even sought out the publisher for a more direct approach. A spokesperson for the studio told Polygon that Anna Perma is aware of the situation and has been instrumental in helping OpenRoad's team make the changes to its structure. Anna Perman is another studio that is absolutely fucking woke, publishes quite a lot of crappy games, and has a tendency to suck the cock of Xi Jinping, or Timmy Tencent, or Wayne Epic Games exclusive. Yeah. So, it's an infestation of crappy, smelly shit everywhere. But, before I go on, I'm gonna go and return to this quote over here, because it's important. Quote, It turns my stomach to think that he still gets to write these games about women's stories. Remember, men cannot write women's stories. Only women can write men's stories. Got it? When this is how he treats them in real life, with presumably no sign of stopping, one former employee said, "I want women in the industry and this studio to feel valued. I want vulnerable young women who are new to the industry to be supported, not preyed upon. I want women to not have to fear retaliation from a powerful author figure for speaking up. I want women to feel safe here. I want women to know that this is not normal. More than anything, I just want him to stop. He shouldn't be allowed to keep getting away with this." Obviously, this is more or less the default behavior of people in these woke idiots. They don't seem to know their limits, and they... Well, hey, it's that same old meme. If you're a predator, disguise yourself as a sheep, so the other sheep trusts you, and then you... Yeah, pretty much this. Disguise yourself as a feminist, and when the other feminists come and go and try to gobble up your cock, there you go. Good old chap. Anyway, here is another thing. Polygon goes on to note that the co-founder actually departed from his position. Okay, already read that. Came forward and wished to remain anonymous. High school meme. Many of the stories have controlling theme, tying them together, alleging that Grainer, seriously, Grainer now? Oh, you don't even check your spelling, Jesus Christ. Adopted a high school mean girl attitude when he came to belittling, mocking, and dismissing his workers. Hey, not judging that. I mock everyone equally. Some of his former employees have gone on to leave the gaming industry altogether, while others found work at different studios. Of the workplace allegation list, those who spoke with the site mentioned that they never witnessed or experienced anything relating to sexual harassment or blatant sexism. This detail is more clear amidst Activision Blizzard currently being sued by the state of California for sexual misconduct and labor abuse allegations. Numerous former employees mentioned that women in leadership positions within the Fullbright were overly micromanaged. So in other words, it's sexism. Once again, it's the same thing. You paint yourself as a feminist, wait to get the feminist attention, then they start worship you, and then you set your claws on it. That's exactly what it is. It's a predator behavior. Even though, in this case, it wasn't about, more like a type of behavior. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, right. Numerous former employees mentioned that the women in the leadership position within Fullbright were overly micromanaged, made fun of, mischaracterized with under Gaynor leadership. Those who stepped forward said they wanted to come forward about his behavior, but that they had no actual process to do so. While there was sometimes a third-party consultant, there were no human resources employee working at it. Seriously? These woke and you people didn't have the woke cancer blob that is human resources? You didn't have the cancerous thing, point dot shade shit, the part of dumpster fire in your industry called human resources? You didn't? What sort of woke studio is that? Jesus. You. Anyway, I think that's about it. Oh, obviously, there's also a quick statement.
Hi-yo. I have a statement to say. Don't worry, I changed my voice to sound less predatorious. Share about my role at Fullbright. I want to see a step back from my role as a creative lead of Open Roads. My leadership style was hurtful to people that work at Fullbright, and for that I truly apologize. Stepping back has given us space and perspective to see how my role needs to change, how I need to learn and improve as a part of a team, including working with an expert management consultant and rethinking my relationship to work. At Fullbright, I care deeply about open roads and the Fullbright theme. I am sad to have stepped back from day-to-day development of open roads, but it's been the right thing to do. The open roads team has my full faith to support as they bring the game to completion.
I hope they don't notice my change of voice. I'm trying to sound way more serious so they don't judge me harshly again.
Anyway, if you like this type of content, stay right here on goddamn fucking youtube.com/Dr. Jester, or if you prefer exclusive, spicy new content, head to bitchute.com/Dr. Jester, minds.com, minds.com/Dr. Jester. Jesus Christ. It's a thing with me to fumble my outro. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell button if you like my beautiful mug. Raising, or no. Giving your screen the brightness, my light, my superiority when you take a dump. Hey, I'm not judging. We do the same thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great fucking night.